Welcome back to the internet, guys. It's time to rate some odd snacks. Welcome back to the internet, guys. I'm here to rate some odd snacks that have been released in the past few weeks, at least where I live. And it is, there is other videos I want to make with snacks, but try my best to release maybe one or two per month of these, and I really want to try this one, just because they're all different types. I didn't want to keep it all funyuns because I think there's like two weird ones that released, but not enough. Same thing with the corn nuts. But the weirdest for me was this Coke Oreo. This is the zero sugar because diet, right? It's really for my diabetes, to be honest. We do have these Mexican corn nuts style street corn. I'm excited for this one, so this might be the first one that I try, and then probably the last one that I'll try is the hot and spicy chicken ramen flavor funyuns, which I'm not too excited to try. It sounds pretty nasty to in my opinion, but we'll see how it ends up. I do have a cleanser cleaner here for me, but we'll see. Before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. They're not that very popular, but I do have quite a bit of videos where I react opening new snacks and just going at it and seeing how they taste. So if you want to see more of that, you guys can find it here in my channel. There is probably a playlist you can find in my channel, but I'm not really sure if you can, but we'll see. So I'm gonna start with the corn nuts. Like I said, this is probably the less weird, or the one that's not the most weird to me, because it makes sense. The Mexican corn, if you've never had it, it is a delicious thing in this world. So just in corn nut form, it just makes sense. Let me make a little corner cut here. It smells just like corn nuts. There is no Mexican corn flavor, which I don't know if Mexican corn flavor would have a flavor, but here we go. So, initial taste, it had a little bit of that cheesy, tangy, like a barbecue cheesy flavor to it, but the corn nut flavor is just so strong. Yeah. Um, it's not that strong of a flavor, guys. Um, yeah. Um, in the scale of it being good, 1 to 10, I would say a 6. It's just corn nuts. Um, in the scale of it being such a good new thing to release, I would say a 2, if not a 1. It doesn't really taste like Mexican street corn. Um, there has to be a spice, a kick to it with Mexican street corn. Obviously, that cheese flavor, some of that mayonnaise, butter flavor as well, and none of that translate to this corn nut. Like I said, you can kind of taste a little bit of that tangy flavor, which I'm gonna guess it's maybe the spice they want to add, but it's just corn nuts. It almost feels like you got the white bag, the original bag of just corn nuts, and you mixed it with some barbecue and some cheese corn nuts, and you have the flavor of both, but it's very distinct. It's not, I mean, it's very like far away. It's not really close to what they usually are. So, out of 10, I'm gonna give this one probably a 3 out of 10. It's not bad. It's just it's not hitting the mark it wants to hit. So, unfortunately, it's not that good. Okay, I'm gonna open this one. It is not as cold as I wish it was, but we're still gonna try it. Um, Typically, I like my Cokes like ice cold, if not with ice, which is ice cold. Oh, now that I like. Um, it is different. Definitely has a different flavor to your regular Coke. Um, oh gosh, I don't know how to explain the flavor. Um, it almost feels like you went to like 100 flavor Cokes and someone was getting um some weird flavor, and then you pressed it right after them, and that weird flavor mixing with the Coke. Um, I don't know if that ever happened to you guys, but that's kind of I don't really feel the Oreo. Like when I drink it, I don't taste Oreo, but it does have kind of like a nutty cookie flavor to it. And it's weird because there's no nuts in Oreo. You know what? I know exactly what this reminds me of. So last year, maybe I made a video on that, or last year or the year before, they released Coke Coffee, and I used to love those. They sell them in the real small cans, pop them open. They're basically energy drinks, essentially, but without all the chemicals. Well, they had chemicals, but other chemicals. And it tastes like the hazelnut version of the cold coffee, which I'm not mad because I used to love that flavor. So I'm gonna say this one doesn't hit the mark with the Oreo. You know what? The aftertaste does taste like Oreo. It does taste like I just ate. The aftertaste is Oreo, but when I'm drinking it, it reminds me of that coffee hazelnut, which personally I like. In the likeness spectrum, I would say it's a 8 or 9, especially if this was chilled. Oh gosh, it would be so good. In hitting the mark with Oreo, I'm gonna give it a 5. It has a good aftertaste of Oreo. Doesn't have a taste of Oreo, so I guess we'll say that 5 out of 10. But overall, I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Probably gonna be the best one from all these three products. So Coke, once again, you've shown why I fell in love with you so many years ago. And now Funyuns. Now Funyuns, um, was a company that didn't really release flavors. It was just Funyuns, and then they released Funyuns Spicy Hot, which I was all for, to be honest. I really love those. And then they started experimenting, and this is one of their experiments. Hot and spicy chicken flavor Maruchan or um, um, ramen, cheap ramen flavor. You know, the smell of it does remind me of the ramen pack that you put. I'm wondering if that's basically what they did. It's just they mixed it with the ramen pack, and that's really it. It's just the ramen pack flavoring. Um, it is very stacked with flavor. Just look how dark that is. Oh, you know what? I'm not mad. Um, okay, there is spiciness to it, which again, street corn did not have. This one does have. I mean, it is part of the title for this one, so it's expected. I guess corn nuts. Some people don't like spice in their Mexican corn, so I guess you can get away with that. The Funyun flavor is strong. The Maruchan flavor, not so strong, but still there. Aftertaste, it's straight up ramen. Um, it tastes like I just ate ramen, but I didn't. That is so weird. It tastes good. Um, Flavor wise, to what they were trying to hit their mark, I'm gonna say they hit the mark pretty well. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. Maybe 8 out of 10. It hit the mark pretty well. It is hot and spicy, not as much as I wanted to be, but enough that people, that are not Mexican like me, probably think it's real spicy. It does have that chicken ramen flavor aftertaste, and the Funyun flavor is still there, and I love that. It's a good mixture of both. Flavor for wise, you know what? I'm gonna say also 7. So this one probably averages out higher than that one, so 7.5 for this one. Beating the Coke Oreo, which I'm really amazed. I thought Coke Oreo was gonna be on top, but Funyuns takes the lead for sure. And unfortunately, one that I thought was gonna be in the middle ended up being last, which is Cornet's Mexican street style, Mexican street corn style. So it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what else I should be trying. I know there's some weird Lay's flavors that they released and other stuff, so I'm excited to taste that as well. Thank you again for your love and support, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.